Streaming on Netflix is MoviePass Movie Crash. Do you remember MoviePass? Whatever happened to MoviePass? It still exists, not to give anything away. I had MoviePass in the good old days. The good old days for some people, not so good old days for others. This documentary is really interesting and fascinating and really good, whether or not you ever had MoviePass. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just brief you real quickly. MoviePass was this amazing movie subscription thing that was the brainchild of two African-American entrepreneurs who came up with this idea where for a flat fee, you could see a certain number of movies a month in any theater. You just use this card. The way it worked was you subscribed to MoviePass and you got whatever your allotment of film was per month or per day, and you paid that monthly subscription automatically. It was just deducted from your credit card or your debit card, and you would go to a movie theater and you would use the app and say, I'm going to go and see the Great Smoky Roadblock at AMC 27 at 6 p.m. And you would go to the theater and you would say, that's what I want to see. You would check in, as it were, on the app. They'd say you're good to go. What that would do was essentially load your MoviePass card, which was a debit card, with the exact amount of money you needed for a ticket, and then you could buy your ticket, and that was that. And it was a way to save money at the movies. Other people came in, other people saw this as a really interesting, potentially very profitable business to be in, and more people were added to the team at MoviePass beyond the two original gentlemen, and they were like, okay, here's how we get to a certain number of subscribers, and when we hit a certain number of subscribers, this hedge fund company or this other company is going to give us a ton of money to throw into this, and we can grow and grow and grow this, and it'll just be an amazing cash cow, and we can eventually sell the data and make all kinds of other income streams based on all the subscribers that we have. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. What they did was they ultimately landed on $9.99 a month, and you could see a movie a day anywhere. They started getting a lot of subscribers. People like me found out about that and went, excuse me? Yes, I'll do that, because in most of the country, $9.99, if you're lucky, you can get a ticket for $9.99. So the idea is that if you paid the price of one movie ticket per month and get theoretically 30 movies a month, that was insane. And some people were like, there's no way, that's not sustainable. How are they going to do that? Well, that's kind of where the story goes. I was using it like I was what they would call a power user, I think. I was going 2-3 times a week, probably. I know people with more and better theaters were going every day, seeing things multiple times, and other people were gaming the system and using it for things that they shouldn't have been using it for. And it ultimately did not go so well for MoviePass. This film is interesting in that it tells you all of that. It tells you all the details behind the scenes on how they created it, what the mechanics of making it were. They talked to all kinds of people who work for customer service, people who worked in engineering, people who were fans of MoviePass, power users, and the guys who built the company. And it's a fascinating story of how something can go from a really interesting idea to explode on the marketplace and become phenomenally successful while also tanking incredibly hard. Outwardly, gigantic success. Inwardly, fascinating to see what was going on behind the scenes. I was one of those people who had my MoviePass card in hand and was going to see Mission Impossible Fallout on opening weekend, and suddenly my card didn't work anymore. I was there, so it was amazing to see this behind the scenes. And I'll say, MoviePass was great while it lasted. I think a lot of us didn't think it would last, so we used it as much as we could and saved a ton of money over those years, and saw a lot of movies that we ultimately wouldn't have seen. And that was kind of the idea with MoviePass, or what they were using in their promotional idea, was 2 theaters. We will get people back to the theaters. We will get people to take a chance and see more movies than usual. For theaters, that means more business and more concession. For MoviePass, it means more subscribers. It didn't work out, but that idea was a good idea, and theaters saw what a good idea that was. And now you have AMC A-List, you have Alamo Season Pass, you have Regal Unlimited. You have the theaters basically taking it into their own hands to do these subscription things, where the idea is always, well, maybe somebody won't use it every day or every month, and there'll be months that, we don't have to pay out and things like that. But it was a great idea. It still exists. Not to give the ending away, but MoviePass still exists. I have it. I think it's pretty good now. It makes more sense in how they do it now. You can't really use it the way you used to be able to use it, but no matter how you use it, it saves money. I'm not paid by MoviePass. I pay out of pocket for this every month, but it helps me see movies I normally wouldn't, and it helps me save money because I'm a guy who goes to the movies a lot so that I can do things like this. So available on Netflix. It is a little inside businessy, but if you ever had MoviePass or you ever heard about MoviePass, totally worth watching. MoviePass Movie Crash.